Hello friends, welcome to my channel. It's that time of the month and Spellbinders clubs are being released for July. And guess what? It's all about Christmas. It's time to get a head start with the small die of the month. This die set is so super sweet. With its skate and beautiful florals, it can be configured as a winter card or Christmas card. I'm going to be putting together two skates, so I have a pair that will dangle in my die cut opening on my card front. This card will display sweetly for the recipient. The base die cut of the skate has been die cut from cream colored cardstock and the boot from a soft pink. The sole is black and the skate blade out of silver cardstock. It is easily assembled. I'll start with the base die cut of the skate and I'm going to attach the sole. There are etched lines, so it is very easy to figure out where it is going to sit. Next, I'll attach the boot on top of the base die cut. This is such a pretty shade of pink and I just love how it goes with that cream colored cardstock. The skate is positioned on the blade. Now to adhere the laces. Starting at the narrow end, it will be positioned so that one side lines up with the edge of the boot and the other side lines up with the little eyelet holes on the left-hand side. I just love these finishing details. And the top will be finished off with the laces tied into a bow. I'll just add a little dot of glue to these U-shaped die cuts and then pop the bow on. After they are adhered to the skates, I'll finish off those dangling laces with a little tiny white pom-pom. This is so super cute. I just love it. I think that adding in a small detail like these little pom-poms just makes this pair of skates extra special. This die set comes with a poinsettia and foliage. Everything was die cut from either pink, cream, or green glitter cardstock. There is also a bow which I thought I was going to include, but I didn't. There are just a few bits and pieces to be assembled. This takes no time at all, and now it's time to get started on the card base. I'll start with my A2 size card base, which has been creased but not folded. I also have another panel of cardstock measuring 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inches, which is lined up with what will be the front of the card base. They'll be die cut together using a die from the Classic Scallop Circles small die set. But first I want to make sure that my sentiment is going to fit underneath it. I'll make a little adjustment and then we're good to go. So I am using quite heavy cardstock and it's not going to die cut through both at once. However, on the card base there will be a clear impression and the die is going to fit right on there and you'll feel it lock in and then it can be die cut. Now I'll go ahead and fold my crease and give it a good burnish with my bone folder. Panel will line up perfectly with the die cut opening on the card base. I'm going to emboss the panel using the embossing folder of the month, Hexy Snowflake. The design is grid-like, so I try to line it up top to bottom and side to side before running it through the die cutter. It's quite an intricate design, so my panel is not laying flat. I'm going to adhere it to the card front, but only on the bottom 2/3. The skates will be dangling in the die cut opening, so this just makes it easier for me to make sure that those two panels are aligned. And the skates are sitting on the circle as a reference while I adhere one skate overlapping the other. Embroidery thread is adhered down the center of each of the skates. The main die for the boot was cut 2 more times, and I'll line those up with the skates. Obviously, one is going to overlap the other so that the string will be sandwiched in between and be very secure. Because the top of the panel had not been adhered to the card base, I can feed the string through it and then finish adhering it. The excess string can be snipped off flush with the card base. The skates are fed through the die-cut openings so that they will swing freely on the inside of the card. The 3 poinsettias and the green glitter leaves will be used to frame the top of the scallop circle. Everything will be adhered with liquid adhesive with the exception of the 2 poinsettias on either side of the center one, which were popped up with small foam squares. Silver glitter cardstock was adhered to the inside panel of the card base, and the sentiment is from the Glimmer of the Month. The coordinating die was also used to cut foam so that the sentiment could be stacked. And then this card is embellished with some pretty self-adhesive crystals, berry color essential gems. Well, we're definitely skating into the holidays with Spellbinder's Small Die of the Month. This card displays so sweetly with those dangling skates. I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, I appreciate your visit.